Currencies Radio Australia. It's 1 o'clock. What happens every Tuesday? It is Tuesday. Just double checking on that.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, mate.
Okay, I'm glad I've got my calendar in front of me. Let me introduce the calendar. It's Brandon from Orange Brick Road, mate. Good to see you. Red Bull in hand, ready to rock and roll.
Yes, mate.
I love it.
Liquid inspiration.
Hey, today we've got something pretty cool going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but we've got a really interesting person in that we're going to have an interview with.
Right, who would that be?
Could it possibly be you?
Yes, it is me this week.
I thought, hey, you know what? You bring a great guest in every week, whether it be in person, on the phone, wherever. But we don't actually get to figure out what's going on in that I don't know, that mouse wheel that's going on in your head.
Right, I don't know if most people should be exposed to that just quietly.
No, I've got a Homer Simpson sort of image coming up.
Clanging of cymbals.
That's right. But buddy, honestly, all jokes aside, we'll be serious here, okay, for just a moment, because that's what the kids say. The caves say moment. It's a mome.
Oh, it's a mome, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come up with an acronym for that soon. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the fact is, you bring all these people in, but mate, you've got quite a journey when it comes to all crypto, and I think you should share. In fact, not even just crypto. Let's even go further back to your background and other things you've been involved with in life. So, look, let's have a therapy session. Right?
Okay. Jesus.
Brandon, tell me about your childhood.
Right. Yeah, cool. I almost slept with my psychiatrist once, about 15 years ago.
Nice.
It's a really good story. I'll tell you off air one time.
Can we just turn the radio off for a tick?
I met her up in a bar at about 6 months after we finished.
Right.
So I had to do mandatory anger management. It was from the court.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a true love story. I like that. Yeah.
No, it worked out well. It was just it wasn't even really an assault. It was just me resisting arrest with the coppers, beating up my mate.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then I had to do anger management.
That makes sense, doesn't
Right?
it?
It does. But anyways, I did a few sessions with her, and then I saw her 6 to 9 months later in a bar, and one thing led to another.
There you go.
Times.
You're a man of opportunity. I like that.
But it sounds better, doesn't it? I slept with my psych. Yeah,
cool. It
cool.
does.
Well, the main reason that you're interviewing me today is that we had a cancellation.
Oh, look, come on, don't tell the truth here. We don't need facts, all right? Let's pretend you're CNN for a minute. Forget about facts.
Right. So I've literally just walked in and just gone, right, you're interviewing me now, Aaron.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the guest.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. All right, well, going back to the background, I'll be brief because I am old.
No, don't be brief, mate. Be boxer shorts. Go all the way.
Yeah, be boxer shorts. That's such a bad joke.
Oh, it is. That's what I do.
All right. Well, originally I started off in the music industry, and I worked, as a session musician and also a teacher. Teaching music, privately and also in music shops and TAFE. I lectured in TAFE for a period of time. I was in the music industry, I don't know, I'd have to add it up, 16 years, something like that.
Okay.
And
Not short time.
with all the trappings that come with being a musician,
yes,
lots of drugs and sex and lots of alcohol, So
it's the great dream.
Yeah. So eventually I had to clean my act up,
right.
And become a grown-up, So
it's overrated.
Yeah, it is, man. It's how to get old is to grow up.
Damn right.
I mean, look at you.
I'm still about 12.
Yeah,
I like to tell people I got to 22, really liked it, so I stayed.
Yeah, it just stopped.
I think 22 is being a bit generous, actually.
Well, this is the thing about evolution, mate. We all evolve, but it's just because it kind of looks like. I think it happens with everyone's lives. They sort of look back on it and they go, all right, I'm here now as a result of many different things, and you can't really sort of, plan it in such a set. Was that the plans of men and mice, know?
Yep.
So, so then I needed to get out of it, out of the music industry, because every time I would get out of it for a little bit of period of time, I would sort of clean myself up and then go, I'm all right now. A month later,
fix that.
I'm all cured now. And then down. So then my brother-in-law at the time, he was a boom pump concrete operator.
Oh, right? That's a trade that I know so much about.
Yes, it's basically pumping concrete.
Okay.
Right, but they're big-ass machines.
Right, okay.
And they sort of up in high rises and, just slabs or wherever it needs to be put. And he's like, because they make really good money and it's a fucking awesome job. So I started off as a line hand and worked my way up to an operator.
Okay.
And then I worked in Perth, and then I worked in Sydney, I worked in Canberra, I worked in the Gold Coast, I worked in Brisbane, I worked in Albury-Wodonga, so Geelong.
Okay,
so I was like right around the place, just chasing money. So that was really, really good. And then I hurt myself at work.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, I blew my knee out.
Right.
The most weirdest thing, just stepping out of a truck. I wasn't even doing anything. I wish it was more manly, like, I was...
No, I get that. Now I look at my injuries and I go, people say, how did that happen? I slept badly.
I went to pick something up.
That's right.
Yeah. So, it's sort of innocuous is like that. And then the doctor just basically, and the surgeon, because I had surgery and that, and the surgeon just went, hey, man, I'll be considering another career.
Okay.
Yep. And I went, shit, because I'd piled a lot into this career and I was on really, really good money.
Right.
So like, well, what am I going to do now? And I've been hearing about this Bitcoin and crypto thing for many, many years, because I sort of travelled in the circles of anarcho-capitalists, anarchists, libertarians, that sort of stuff, because I started off reading... Milton Friedman, and then into Thomas Sowell, and then Ludwig von Mises, Murray Rothbard, Ayn Rand, et cetera, Hans Hermann Hoppe.
I've got to admit, Thomas Sowell's one of my absolute favourites.
Oh, he's a legend.
Man, he's just amazing. Absolutely everything. Yeah.
He fires on all cylinders.
He does. There's I can't. I'm sure there is something, but I have not found a thing I disagree with.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, straight up.
Yep.
I've read all of his books, seen all of his interviews, whole 9 yards.
Yep.
The guy just makes common sense. The problem with common sense, it ain't all that fucking common.
Spot on.
And he just sort of just speaks the truth, right down to racial issues, to economic issues, to social structural issues, the whole 9 yards. So I'd already spent many, many years reading that sort of stuff, and even like I'd read Dostoevsky and Solzhenitsyn and stuff like that.
Now, hang on, mate. Look, don't you know your place in life? Like, you're a concreter. You don't have a position to be looking at stuff like that. Don't you know you're supposed to fit in a nice little box? And
Well, that's the thing, and. I don't do it to go, all right, I'm a smart ass or I'm intelligent at a cocktail party.
Yep.
I do it because I've got the way I've put it is to counsellors and friends, family, is like, I've got this big, dark fucking hole in my soul, right, that I'm trying to self-diagnose and work myself out, and I just throw information inside of it.
All right. You think you might just throw so much info, you'll fill it up, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
And I have found that external information doesn't really help. It's more internal that I've got to go. But it's taken me 20 years.
Let's not rush these things.
That's right, baby steps. So that's what I was doing. I wasn't doing it to be a smart ass. It's just I was intrigued and I loved reading, and I really enjoy reading and just keeping myself informed to a point where, and that's probably why I got into crypto and to Bitcoin, is because when people, I think I've said this to you before, is when people say really bizarre shit to me, I go, what? Can you explain that?
Yeah.
And I've got a sense of curiosity.
Yeah.
So when people were talking about Bitcoin and crypto, I mean, I was very obviously, because I've been sort of pre conditioned for it, because I'm an anarchist and I don't believe in centralisation of government, and the whole philosophy of Bitcoin is going against that ethos. So so I had time off. The surgeon said, hey, you got to change careers. So I went, oh God, what am I going to do? Right, I'll look into Bitcoin. Just dove straight down the rabbit hole.
Sure.
And have not come back up.
A word you used before, right? Anarchist, right? To me, brilliant word, and let's be honest, I think I like people who've got a bit of that in them naturally, but a lot of people see that as a negative connotation, right?
Definitely.
And I think in my eyes, anyway, I see it as a very positive thing. Maybe there's a better word to use, because it's people who are not willing to just accept what they're given, right? It's a case of people who ask that amazing question. It's a really big word. Why? Right?
Yep,
okay.
Sure.
If you're going to ask that, so going against the grain. I mean, when it came rather to crypto, I'd have to ask, why? Okay, why get out of the old fiat system? Why go that way?
Yep.
You bring up some very, very valid points, mate. Like it's a case of getting away and creating that freedom, I guess.
Sure. And then just going back to the anarchist sort of mentality. is it's got a bad name because throughout history there has been, some bad actors in anarchy, and it's very misunderstood, and it's also pushed by the mainstream that, like anarchy is all bad. Basically, anarchy, you can sum up in one sentence, is you don't speak for me.
Yeah.
Right?
It's freedom to me.
It is freedom.
Okay? It's that.
And then they go, oh, what about laws? What about that? The law's very simple, right? If I take your property, I go to jail.
Yep.
If I hurt your property, being you or anything, I go to jail.
Yep.
Anything outside of that, leave me alone.
Yeah, too complicated.
There has to be a victim.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like speeding, riding, and I'm going over the limit, rather, and they fine me, righty, where's the victim?
Oh.
All right. Now, saying that, the flip side of that, this is only my point of view, anyways.
Sure.
It's not the express point of view of Edge Radio.
I don't know. With my driving past, perhaps not.
Is okay, cool. But now, if I'm speeding and going over the speed limit, rather, and I hit someone or hit someone's property.
Yep.
Right? The penalties for that should be extremely high.
Absolutely.
Right?
Consequences.
Yeah. There has to be a victim. Righty? Okay. Now, you look at all the victimless crimes that people are in jail for. Growing pot. Yeah. Smoking pot.
I mean, come on.
It's your body, your choice. Yeah. I mean, that was the big left's fucking mantra. My body, my choice.
The left
have
left that alone.
The left have left the fucking planet lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they're flat earthers. Maybe they're falling off the edge. I don't know.
One can only hope. Yeah, so that's the thing, and that's basically what anarchy sort of means. Like Dave Smith, he's another prominent podcaster. He's very libertarian. He's actually going to be going for the US presidency.
Oh, didn't know that.
He's giving it a go. Yeah.
Okay.
He sort of falls in the Ron Paul camp.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
So pure libertarian. He's an anarchist, but he's on the libertarian ticket, I think. And Michael Malice is another guy I follow very, very closely. They just got to make a lot of sense. But circling back is so that's why I was attracted to crypto and also the curiosity where people were talking about it. So then I dove down the rabbit hole, went pretty hard because, I didn't have a job. I was on compo though, because I did it at work, obviously. So I didn't really have to worry about money for a period of time, but obviously you got a limit on that. So I went, okay, shit, I need to train myself up in 12 months, have another career and have it sorted because I got kids, I got responsibilities, you know what I mean? And basically I'm become unemployable, So dove straight into it, and then I just wouldn't shut up about it, wherever I went.
Well, I've spent time with you, so I know. And it's funny how you said before, about being at dinner parties. I can't see you at a dinner party, mate. You're a Barbie at the back kind of a guy. Come on.
Well, I normally only get invited to them once.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's never a second invite.
Yeah. It's when you fill your arm up with canapes that they say, no, he's not coming back.
I think I'm kind of... Well, a lot of people might dispute this, but I've sort of got to an age and a period in my life now. I can't stand not small talk, but just stupidity.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I've literally had people talk to me and I'll walk off mid-sentence. Do you know what I mean? I just don't have the time for it anymore. And so my second ex-wife, she doesn't like coming out to dinner with me very much. Well, with polite company.
With polite,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because they just talk shit and it's boring. It's not going anywhere.
No,
it's
it's fluff.
I prefer stimulus. You know what I mean? And having an engaging conversation and learning from people. So
but you might offend someone, mate. Come on.
Oh yeah.
And they could explode on the spot.
The chances are I'm never going to talk to them again, or they're never going to talk to me again anyway. So,
mate. Well, I want to talk to you more about this, and we've touched on the background. I wouldn't mind a little bit more before we move on to the next subject.
Dive into crypto.
Yeah, why not? Okay, quick break, and of course.
What are you playing?
Okay, well, for you this time, mate. I love this song too, so good choice.
Which is it?
It is Kickstart My Heart.
Oh yes, and anyone go out there read the book Dirt.
Dirt.
Yeah, it's like a biography of the bass player of Motley Crue. I can't remember his bloody name at the moment. It's absolutely brilliant. Really good book.
Curious about cryptocurrency and want to learn more? Orange Brick Road offers expert crypto consulting and online courses to help you understand the exciting world of crypto. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced crypto user, Orange Brick Road can help you gain the knowledge and confidence you need to succeed. Take the first step towards mastering crypto with Orange Brick Road at orangebrickroad.com.au. Yesterday was the best day to learn crypto. Today is the second.
Wow.
That was For the Love of God by Steve Vai. And if you don't know who Steve Vai is, you should throw yourself off a cliff. Right?
Oh, sage advice.
This is not spiritual advice,
No.
obviously. Yes, I'm not a doctor. No, Steve Vai, he started off with Frank Zappa back when he was a teenager.
Okay.
And then he went into, he worked with David Lee Roth, and he worked for...
Oh, I never heard of him, mate. Jeez.
David Lee Roth, yeah. He was, and then he was actually in the movie Crossroads, the big guitar battle right at the end. Yeah, he's just, and that song too, by the way, he did that in one take.
No way.
Right? That is not
Really?
spliced together. That's the whole night.
Wow.
And he's just awesome live. He's an absolute freak. He's one of these people that just, I don't know, an alien.
And he's a
you know?
Perth boy.
No, he's not a Perth
No,
boy.
no,
No.
sorry.
We were
Okay.
talking about Perth.
Oh,
with,
I'm getting myself confused. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Dave Hole we were talking
Yes,
about. Yes,
sorry.
Dave Hole.
There we go.
Yeah, the great Dave Hole. And yeah, Steve Vai was taught by Joe Satriani in California. If you don't know who Joe Satriani is, refer back to my previous comment.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably listening to K-pop right now.
That's right.
Oh, dear. All right, mate, let's get back into, look, as I say, we've pretty well covered a lot of your background, but and where you got to, well, what brought you to crypto effectively, right?
Yeah.
And a couple of things I want to say sort of out of that is, several things is that are important, I think, is people, and this is what I love about you, right? It's about different backgrounds, okay? It is, for so long, the financial sector was a bit like that and pass me a shardy, you know?
Yep.
Okay, this is for mums, dads, people who do everything for a living, where it's pouring concrete, driving a taxi, whatever,
Yep.
right? That's what I like about it. It's real, and I think that when it comes to crypto, anyone can get involved, and I like you. I also like anyone's path who has come from, look, when it's a little sketchy, sketchy is good because it means you're real, right? It means okay, because we've made mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
So sketchy is probably the wrong word. I'm sorry, mate,
Yeah.
but there you go. But,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, if you've come from a pure driven snow kind of background, you lack credibility. Okay?
Well, you lack life experience
spot
too.
on.
You know,
Spot on.
and having the sense of character or the center of character where you can recover from diversity.
Sure.
You know, I don't judge people for the circumstances they've been under or they've put themselves into.
Yep.
It's how they get themselves out of it.
So true.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're a drug addict or you're an alcoholic or you're a workaholic or whatever it may be. It's, all right, that's either going to make you or break you.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't judge people at all.
I do, only vegans, but you know.
Yeah, vegans. Yeah.
Vegans, Labor supporters,
Well,
I don't know.
I don't judge them. I just think they should all be shot. Very Stalin-esque.
Oh, dear,
Yeah.
mate.
So yeah,
Well,
it is
keep-
background, and that's the thing. Sorry to interrupt, but that's the thing about what I loved about crypto as well is that I didn't know nothing about the financial system until I did, but to fully understand, what the Federal Reserve is, and how money actually works. Crypto people learn all this stuff, and then once you do learn that, The Creature of Jekyll Island, great book to read, right? You read that, and I would advise everyone, read that, and you'll never be the same.
So, name of that
right?
book again?
The Creature from Jekyll Island.
Okay.
It's basically all these Rockefeller and Morgan Stanley and all Rothschilds and all that. They all got together on this island, right, called Jekyll Island, and they just reshaped the world's financial direction to where we are now. So I digress. But the thing is that. Like if you want to get into real estate and need hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? If you want to get into even just general stocks, and we're going, back a few years or whatever, you kind of need a substantial amount of money.
Yes, you do.
And it's something that I learnt a few months ago when I was actually at a business conference, and the guy said to me, "Hey, I can't afford a Bitcoin." And because it was 60 grand or something at the time, and I said, "Oh, dude, you can buy $5 worth." And he goes, "Oh shit, can you?"
People don't know.
They don't know, right? And that's the thing. Like you can get in for $10, and then just put away $20 or $30 each week, or $200 or $300, $2 or $3 grand, whatever you've got, and just do it sort of weekly, to get into low barrier. But I had this conversation. I think it was with Jeremy from Liquid Loans the other day. I think, or it was with someone where we went. It might have been Adam Stokes again. I'm not sure. Where we went. Okay. Name somewhere where you can put $1,000 into, and then in 2 years' time or 12 months' time, it turns into 10 grand. Right? Just name it, and I'll put my money there.
Damn
right.
Okay. Sign me up.
That's right. Sign me up. Right. And even though I'm fully, orange pilled and into crypto and all that, if there's other opportunities out there, I'd be doing them.
Yeah.
Because I'm constantly looking for different.
Well, you've got your eyes open to it.
Absolutely. Right. But you can't do it anywhere. Yeah. Right. Like you can literally. I've seen people, and this was sort of the origin story. Maybe. Are we going to get into that? Yeah, we might as well get into that now.
Yeah. Whatever.
The origin story of Orange Brick Road was, like I said previously, before we went to them great songs that I chose, I was just teaching friends and family, and I wasn't charging people, wasn't doing anything, and then it got a little bit more complicated, and I just went, because they would, they're like, where do I go next? And I'm like, okay, and I made up a file of all these videos and some books, and I just email it to them.
Fantastic.
Righty, and I go, hey, dive into it, got any questions, get back to me, because it is a bit of a learning curve, you need to spend a bit of time on it, just like anything. So then I got sick and tired of doing that, and then whatever. So I just went, bugger it, I'll build a website.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I just go to the website. It's all there.
It's got a focal point.
Yeah. So then that kind of progressed into, okay, that I was going to leave it at that. And then I'll make this story really, really quick because it is epic. It's got
You've
a call
got time,
from,
mate. You relax, kick back, go in there.
Got a call from a client that had been with me for many, many years, and he goes, Brandon, I think we should start a business, a crypto business and education business and all that. And I said, no, fuck that, dude. I'm happy with my life. Semi-retired, made a lot of money out of crypto. I can spend 2 hours a day just teaching someone with a laptop, travel wherever I want, don't have problems,
Yep.
Excuse me. Oh, my God. And so he goes, I flew over to where he was and met some people and did some stuff. And I went, look, no, really not for me. Like my life, don't want to make it more complicated. I get back, and about 2 or 3 days later, this sounds corny, but this is about as real as it can get. Right. I get a phone call from a client of mine that's she'd been with me about a year, maybe 2 years. Beautiful, lovely person. She was from some shithole bloody African country, come over as a refugee, single mum, dad's a dickhead. But she's a professional. She's a microbiologist or something. She studied her ass off, self-made.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like self-made people.
And she just has beautiful spirit, full-on Catholic, I think, something like that. So she's very centered, lovely lady. Anyway, she rings me up and she's crying, right? Okay. And I'm just like, oh shit, what's going on? And she's like, I'm like, where are you? Well, I'm panicking because she's like hysterical. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And she's trying to get the words out, and she's like gets like half a fucking word out and starts crying again. And I'm like, calm down, you're freaking me out. Tell me where you are, because I'm coming to get you right now. Right? You're actually scaring me. Right? Because you get to know your clients quite well, because you're talking to them all the time. You talk about their goals, their aspirations, what they're going to do with the money, about their previous. Why you're waiting for things to load up and that sort of stuff. So anyways, where are you? No, she goes, no, I'm fine, I'm safe. I'm like, you sure? Because you don't sound it, mate. Right? Anyways, calmed down, and she goes, Brandon, I've been really, really busy over about last 8-10 months. Can't remember. I'm terrible with fucking remembering like days and dates and times. Anyways, and she goes, and I checked my crypto wallet.
Sure.
Right? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Why have you lost your seed phrase? Well, she said, no, I've got it. It's all there. I'm looking at it. Right? That's why I called you. I'm like, cool. I can't remember how much she put into it. Right? Okay. I need to ask her at some stage. I think it was $3 or $4 grand. Right. Something like that. And she goes, I said, well, what's the problem? And she goes, it says $36,500 here.
Okay.
Right? Yep. And I went, yeah, that's about right. And she goes, is all that mine? Oh. Right? And I went, yeah, bum, that's all yours. And then she starts fucking crying again, right? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bloody women, right? Just no emotional stability. Anyways, and then so I calmed down again. And I'm like, so you got your seed phrase? She's like, yeah, it's all good. It's all sitting there. And I'm like, well, what's the problem, sweetie? And she goes, Brandon, I've never had $360 in my bank at the end of the week. Yeah. Now I've got $36,500. I'm a single mum. Yep. This has changed not only my life, but the life of my daughter. I've got a future now. I can actually pay for a car. I don't have to put it on finance. I've got a deposit on a house. This is everything. And I'm like, amazing, that's great. And she's like, I can't thank you enough. I can thank you. And I'm like, listen, mate, don't thank me. You're the one that got off your ass.
That's it.
You're the one that fucking phoned me. Yep. You're the one that did it, and you're the one that piled into it, and put everything you could and did all the research. Mm-hmm. I just pointed you in a direction. It's all you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, education's fantastic, and let's face it, you can't do anything without it, not successfully anyway.
Yep.
But if you don't have that moment where you say, okay, now time, okay, when you don't have that initiative, initiative is something that's it's dying in society, right? So when I find people with it, I love it, absolutely love it. And
Well,
that's her decision.
Yeah, that's right. And it's so easy. I mean, she might have done, I don't know, she might have done it 2 or 3 times previously, going, I should get into that. Life got busy, got distracted, and then finally pulled the trigger. It might have been the first time. I don't know. Right, but see, that's the thing about initiative, is you've got to sort of take the reins and just go. It's that saying, how do you kill a king? You can't do it because he has the army, he's got the land, he's got the money, he's got the power, he's got the control. The only way that you can kill a king is through knowledge.
Yes.
Right. And to work out how to kill them.
Or anthrax in the socks.
Not financial advice.
Exactly.
But educating yourself and improving yourself. Or you can just crack a beer at the end of the day, drink a 6-pack and just watch fucking Channel 7 and just rinse and repeat. You can do that. Anyone can do it. And it's so much easier to do that.
That's the easy option, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yep, no
See, it's the same with the FIFO guys that we work with and all that, right? They're like, by the time I get back, I'm buggered, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, nothing's going to change. You're going to be the same buggered every 2 weeks and 20 years, mate.
Exactly.
You're going to have to do something about it. And there is no magic bullet. It's the way I look at it, and I explain to clients is, hey, listen, how do you get a hungry lion away from a piece of meat? Right?
Yep.
You can throw fucking stones at it or whatever. You throw them a bigger piece of fucking meat.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So throw yourself a bigger piece of meat.
Great idea.
In your head. Go, okay, I can stay where I am or I can improve.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
And the choice is mine.
And also the lack of time is, and that's an excuse I make all the time because I am time poor, right? Okay, but cut the crap. There's always time. There is always time if you really manage it really well. And okay, when you're walking to your car, you could be listening to a podcast. It's growing information in your head. Okay, you could be doing a course. You could be doing all sorts of things. You could be listening to Edge. Quite frankly, with the shows we've got here, which are very educational in my eyes, right? You can be gaining knowledge that will increase the value of your life, right? Improve your life. Or, you can just, I don't know, mindlessly, worry about what the Kardashians are doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Ultimately, you make the choice.
I think it is balance because it's like I do an equation of like learning music or running a marathon.
Okay.
Right? If you do this with your kids, right? They go, okay, it's time to do music, or it's time to do your homework, or whatever. And you just say to them, they go, I don't want to. And you say that to yourself as well. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to, because I've got other things to do. It's a lot easier and nicer, and it feels a lot better initially to eat a Big Mac than it does to go for a fucking run. You know what I mean? When we have them options, right?
Well, they bring it to the car. I mean, come on.
That's right. You literally don't have to get out of your car. So you just go, all right, I can't be bothered today or whatever. It's go, okay, well, I'm just going to do 5 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
and
true.
then once the 5 minutes go real quick and all of a sudden you've done 15 minutes, you haven't realised. Well, that's what you have to do with the crypto is go, okay, listen, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to spend 5-10 minutes a day on it. And just start off on that. Don't go, I'm going to become a crypto expert in the next 3 months. I'm going to spend 12 hours a day on it and I'm going to be awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'll burn yourself out.
That's right. 3 days' time, mate, you'd be over it.
Yeah. So true.
So, yeah, that's the way I look at it as well. It's like, I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to run a marathon. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You know? Just start off just walking to the letterbox and back, you fat shit. You know?
Look, I tow my bins up to the front gate. I mean, come on.
That's it. I tow my bins up. Well, see, there's a wasted opportunity.
So true. You are absolutely bang on.
So you can include it in your life, like the podcast, like you said, when you're driving or whatever it may be. But it's something that you need to do because if you don't, you're going to be in the same spot. If you don't make the change, mate, it just nothing changes.
What are you going to improve?
Yep, exactly.
All right, mate. Would you like another song?
What song are you doing?
In the mood?
I'll do the intro.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What
about how do you feel like Pound Cake?
Pound Cake. Yes, Van Halen. Man, he actually starts this song off with a drill on the guitar. Right,
really?
You'll hear it at the intro. He's actually got a drill and he does it live too.
No,
so it's
really?
not studios. Yeah.
Oh, I've got to. Okay, now I'm going to hear this very differently.
Yes, mate.
It's Edge Radio Australia.
So hear it.
It's Crypto Hour of Power. Listen to that.
Well, that was Dragon. You if you didn't know who that was. They're a good Kiwi band, but like the Lamington, we claim them.
Oh, totally claim it. No, I'm sorry, not Kiwi band. Aussie all the way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Even if they did talk a bit funny there, Bruce.
Oh, yeah. They didn't sing it, though. They sang with an Aussie accent. We'll go with that.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
really good band. Good
Absolutely
pub
brilliant band, mate. All right, now we were talking before about like effectively why you started Orange Brick Road, okay? And I think it's probably an important thing to actually tell people fundamentally what Orange Brick Road does, okay?
Right.
Because, okay, as someone who's got the foot in the water, I'm talking about me here, okay, with crypto. I'm a total newbie, right? Okay, so I walk in and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Right?
Yeah, cool.
So the most important thing I can do is get some knowledge.
Yep.
So what do you do?
Well, I set it up, and what we do is all the stuff that I wanted when I had no idea. That's literally how I've done it, is just gone, man, instead of me spending 10, 12 hours a day on bloody YouTube and watching videos and only getting 45 minutes or an hour and a half worth of information out of them 12 hours, and then half the time doing stuff wrong, and then when you do go to do something, you're unsure.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you can make mistakes in crypto. If you send it to a wrong address, there's no one to call.
No.
It's gone skis, righty? If you get yourself thrashed and hacked, it's gone skis.
There's no customer service here.
There's no customer service. Well, there's no customer service left in today's society anyway.
Well,
so.
I'll throw in on that one because I've been having a bit of an issue with ANZ Bank for the last few months, right? Quite a few. Actually, it goes back all the way 9 months, right?
Right.
And there is now, okay, this is a big bank. It's one of the biggies, It's got all the numbers I can call, the people I can do. Do you know what? They have not fixed a thing. They are absolutely bloody useless. There's no customer service, right?
Well, look at their ROI though, their return on investment.
Oh, it's amazing.
What I mean? Well, why should they spend time with you when they don't get a lot out of you?
But mate, they give me interest of sometimes 2 or 3 cents a year. I mean, come on.
That's right. You
I'm about
take
to
away their
retire.
fees and carry on. No, well, that's it. Because it's really hard when you first get in, because there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of lingo, it's a different community, it's a different language. So I just went, all right, cool. What I wanted when I first started was to be able to ring someone up and go around and see them and then sit next to me and go, oh, am I doing this right?
How good would
now,
that
do
be?
I click on this? Now I click on there. Don't click on that. Whatever. And I go, okay, good to know. And I'd spend an hour with that person and save myself 10 hours of YouTube time.
Okay.
I'm probably misinformed. So that's basically what I was doing, and I was teaching people. And then we've now got a team that's specialised in different areas of crypto, because there's so many areas. Then we've got online courses as well, because people want to learn in their own time.
Absolutely.
And at their own leisure type of thing. So we got the one-on-one stuff, which it's basically just what I wanted.
Sure.
And then a one-stop place where you go watch these videos, go read these books, okay? You need a security wallet. It's all there. Everything's there. It's literally everything that I wanted when I first started that wasn't on the market. And I don't think, because we had to do a lot of market research to, I don't know, the nerdies did that. I didn't do any of that. I just went, I reckon this is a good idea, work it out. And they got back to me.
The Steve Jobs technique there.
Oh, yeah.
But give me a phone, give me a movie theatre, give me my entire music collection, and give it to me in this little box.
Get on it.
What a genius he is. So I like the fact you've stolen his philosophy. I love that.
Yeah, no, straight up. I just surround myself with people that are very good and more competent in areas that I'm not.
Smart.
You know what I mean?
Smart.
That's
Simple as
right.
that. Yeah.
So if I need anything, I've got people to call. So that's basically what Orange Brick Road was just what I wanted. And see, we go into passive income, to staking, to tokenizing of real estate. We've got specialists that do reports through the tax to liquidity providing, to dollar cost averaging, to baking on the Tezos network. We got pretty much everything covered. But it's like, all right, I'm a newbie. I've got no idea. Righty?
Yep.
Cool. Where the hell do I start? Okay, cool. And I break it down. Start here. And like even when I'm teaching clients one-on-one or in person, they'll be like, "Oh, but I've heard about this, and there's a parachain to do it." I'm like, "Just shut the fuck up." All right, that's good to. You don't need to know any of that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, learn this.
Yes.
Okay, once you've learnt that, then learn this. Then
Know
once
the
you've learnt
foundations before you move on to
exactly.
the advanced stuff.
Because then you just did what I did.
Right.
I learned a little bit over here, a little bit over there, a little bit over there, and I'm trying to make sense of it all. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you're trying to put it together in your own head, where you can talk to someone that knows what they're doing and have gone through that process and go, listen, that connects with with this and that connects with that because of this reason. You go, oh, you know.
There's no need to reinvent the wheel.
That's right.
Okay, the wheel's there. It is, it is turning, mate. Yeah, and get on board and actually learn the steps to make it the most successful journey for you. Right?
Yep, 100%. And that's what it's about. And it's tailored to people's learning ability, their time preference, you know, how long they're looking at, how much time they actually have available, you know, what they actually want to get into. They might be just the people that, how do I sign up to an exchange, buy some crypto and send it to a wallet, and then you never hear from them again. They're sorted. Other people are like dive straight into it. They want a liquidity provide. They want to understand blockchain. They want to build on top of it. They want to do ICOs and all manner of stuff. So whatever direction they want to go in, you know, that's what we cover. And that's the point, is everyone's going to go as deep into it as they want to.
Spot on.
You know, they might just do it for just basic investment, you know. But see, right down to, like, we have specialists that get your super and put it into crypto, into Bitcoin.
Brilliant.
Right? And
Absolutely.
they set it all up, you know. Because, I mean, if you got your super in a super fund, it's losing money.
It is.
You know?
It is. Oh, I try to explain this to people and they look at me like I'm talking gibberish.
Well, you got an inflation rate, a realistic inflation rate of about 8 to 12%. It's more like 14 to 16.
Yeah.
And your super's giving you what back?
Oh, you know? 0.25%.
That's right. So you're literally just getting smashed just on inflation. So a lot of people, especially business people and mining, or whatever, it doesn't matter if you got 50 grand in super. You know what I mean? You put that 50 grand and you keep it in super for 10 years, whatever it may be, your purchasing power will drop by 80%.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So put it somewhere that it's going to actually make you money.
Yeah. I mean, look, think about the things we used to be able to buy for XYZ dollars 10 years ago, right? And the inflation of them has just been huge, right?
I mean, I'm showing my age, but we used to get $1 pocket money.
Oh, jeez, I'm showing your age there. Oh, mate.
And we'd go get a huge big bag of lollies at the deli for that.
We did.
You know?
Oh, look, I spent much of my misspent youth spending way too much money on 20-cent coins on the old Donkey Kong machine. So,
there you go.
Yeah, like, you know, I remember that era, trust me. Mind you, entrepreneur and maybe a bit of a crook from a young age. Yeah. We just took tools there and actually opened the machine up, reached in and turned the credits.
Oh, yeah, straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We used to do it at pool tables too at the pub.
Mate, yeah, you got to be an entrepreneur about these things.
Just efficient use of your money.
Damn right. Your mum would go, I wonder why he's always got the same amount of money.
That's right.
Oh, well.
But that's what it is. I mean, look after yourself. And if you, what is it, George Carlin said, you know, it's a big club and you ain't in it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
so
The financial system's not designed for me and you, bro.
Yeah.
It's just fucking not. You know, and it's not designed for the working person, righty? And like I said before, earlier on in the piece, it's like, where can you get $1,000 and turn it into 10 grand?
Where?
You know, just name a spot and I'll be there with bells on.
Oh, well, then people have got the lotto dream on that one, right? So you're basically buying a 1 in 45 billion chance to win the money. No. You know what? Take control of your own finances. Make that decision. Get the education. That's
the important part. And don't listen to people or through social media or through dating sites, please, people.
But I thought all the good info was on the dating sites.
I tell you what, they're very, very good at what they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, just talk to someone, even if you don't call me or you don't, whatever, just talk to someone who's reputable.
Okay.
You know, because there are a lot of scams out there and you can get wrecked. Now, you can make a lot of money in crypto, but you can also lose it all. You know, if you're doing it in the wrong way.
Spot on, mate. Okay, on that front, if we wanted to get in touch with you, how would he be? I'll use English version.
How would you be?
That's
the African version.
I had some wax on, wax off going on there. How would we do that?
Righty. Well, orangebrickroad.com.au. We've got all the clients there, and you can get in touch with us, and we'll just take it from there. We've also got the YouTube, obviously. We're piling up a whole bunch of episodes. We've got about 12 stacked up at the moment.
Fantastic.
Facebook, Twitter, you know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, just orangebrickroad.com.au.
Brilliant, mate. All right, now, as we all know, you love your music here, and you love to choose your music. And you've had a bit of a theme today. There's been a bit of a David Lee Roth feel about today.
80s guitar, mate.
Oh, mate, you like your guitar.
Shined.
All right, so would you like to announce the last song as we get out of here? Okay.
What's it called?
Oh, okay. Just think of Paradise.
Just like Paradise. There's Stevie Vai again with David Lee Roth. Just thumps it. Have a listen to the solo too. He just melts it.
Edge Radio Australia, the Crypto Hour of Power.